Hey everybody, I'm KK.
I'm Kristen.
Together we are K&K Crochet. Welcome back to the channel as we shine the light in my face. I just can't handle it no matter, we can't seem to get it fixed. Anyway, I did have an acquisition that I forgot to show before this week, so I'm going to show this. I have a non-yarny friend, and I say that not to be ugly. She doesn't crochet, she doesn't knit or anything like that, but she has great respect for our work. And so she told me the other day, she said, I'm sending you something, and I thought, okay. And when I first read it, I thought it said keep calm and carry on, and I thought, did I say I was having a bad week to her or something? Why did she send me? And I kind of understood because we're friends, you know, but then when I read it again, it made perfect sense. Doesn't say keep calm and carry on. It says keep calm and carry yarn. Is that not the cutest thing ever? So I was so tickled by that. She sent me that and was thinking of me. I love when friends do that, and you know, when they don't crochet and they think about you and think about things like that, that's sweet too. It makes it, you know, very special that they think about you that way, that they associate you with that. Mm-hmm. So anyway, today we're here to talk about Bumblebee's Mountain Outreach. It's been a while since we've said anything. And we have new subscribers and some who haven't seen videos and didn't know what it was about. So we're just going to give a real quick version of what's going on. So Bumblebee's Mountain Outreach was started, well, some of the work was started a couple of years ago, but the actual outreach began last year when we actually gave it a name and a face and a Facebook page and a logo and, just that kind of thing. So Bumblebee's Mountain Outreach is based on an outreach that we wanted to do in the community that has to do with mental health. My brother's nickname for my grandfather was Bumblebee, and mine was Honey Babe. And the farm that my grandfather lived on was in the mountains in West Virginia. And so we decided, my brother passed away February of 2016. The day before Valentine's Day, and by his own will, put it that way. So we decided that we would start a foundation or an outreach in his honor, or in his memory. I'll say in his memory, to help people who may not show or tell that they're struggling, that may need an uplift. And we do things in the community that help others. Doesn't matter income or anything like that. It's just to make them have a better day. And so it's random. It's kind of like random acts of kindness, but they're all different based on what we decide to do. So last year, 2 years ago, we did, before we really knew that this is what we were going to base this around, we did a hat drive and collected 75, 76, somewhere in that number. Crocheted hats, scarves, ear warmers, that kind of stuff, and threw them out at a Christmas parade, a drive-through Christmas parade. So this past year, we decided that we would start Bumblebee's Mountain Outreach, and that would be one of the outreaches we would continue every year in Rex's honor and our memory. I don't like to say honor. It's not to honor him, and he would be the first one to tell you that he was a Baptist minister for several years, like most of his life and most of his adult life. So we don't honor him, we honor God, but we do it in memory of him in hopes that his story will be for God's glory and help someone who needs that help. So it's not for us to pry on anybody else's business, to know their financial situation or anything else. It's just to be a bright light, to do something that brings hope. And you may say a hat brings hope. Sometimes it does. Sometimes it lets them know somebody cares. Somebody's thinking of them, and it helps people to think about what they can do for others, and just to be a little bit happier about what's going on in life, and to know that this moment is not the end moment. There's no reason to make a permanent decision based on a temporary situation. And so that's what Bumblebee's Mountain Outreach is all about. Like I said, this past year we collected almost 500 hats, scarves, gloves, and passed those out not only through our parade, but also through some local organizations in our town that reach families who are in need, and also through there were two organizations actually, one that reaches families in need and one that reaches out to families with children in need. And so both of those organizations we were thankful to donate to. One of them had handed out hats for years and had no donations this year, so we were able to take care of that for them, and with the help of everybody else. And so we will leave links in the description box below for you to read more about the story of the foundation of Bumblebee's Mountain Outreach. I don't go into it much on YouTube. It is difficult, to say the least, for me. And this February 13th was 7th year anniversary, and I thought I was fine, and I was not. I'll leave it there. I'm okay now. It's a new day, and we're moving on. But that's why I don't talk about it much. It's difficult. Now, if somebody needs me to talk about it or wants me to talk about it, I will. I'll go in depth. But it is emotionally exhausting for me. Yeah, we'll put it that way. So, I will go into it with anybody who needs that. If you need it, you need to hear the story, let me know. No problem. But I prefer not to be a Debbie Downer all the time, especially on YouTube, because that's not what we're about. So, anyway, and Rex wouldn't want that. So, we're moving forward and trying to make a difference. One of the other things we did last year is we donated to the nursing home, which my mother is in. Again, in the name of Bumblebee's Mountain Outreach, and to one of the other nursing homes that's here, the only other one. So I believe it ended up being, was it 111 or 100 and...
It was close to 120.
I think it was 128. I'm not sure. I think, no, 139. The numbers are all, I have them written down somewhere. Anyway, each resident, 139 I think it was, got a blanket or a throw, a set of socks, or a pair of socks, woolly, fuzzy socks, and toiletries, which there were a bunch of little trial size ones that a church donated. And they got handwritten Christmas cards or homemade Christmas cards, usually more than one. And then we also went Christmas caroling at the, we weren't able to at Mom's nursing home due to a flu outbreak, but we did at the other nursing home. So that was our outreach for this past year, and we plan to take on more and to do different things. We also crocheted loveys. We took the little stuffed animals and crocheted loveys and put over top of them and threw them out during the parade for children. So, and we've thrown out toys before. So it just depends what's going on, what we have going on. I'm working on another outreach for the year so that we have one during the winter, spring, summer area. I don't want to pile them all into winter. Doing the 2 last year during the winter time was a lot. 139 blankets is a lot. It's a lot to store. Not to mention 500 hats and scarves. But we did it. We made it work. But anyway, so we say all that to say, if you have an outreach in your area that's local to you and you want to donate to them, please do so. But we have had some of you who've asked about donating to us. And if you want to pay shipping, and if you are capable of or able to pay the shipping to ship to us and want to do that, that's fine too. And we leave our address in the description box all the time in case that's something you'd want to do. Several of you did that last year, and we appreciate that. Our goal this year is 600 hats and scarves. Last year our goal was 300 or 400, and we blew that out of the water, and so we figure if we do 600 we can reach a little farther in the community and give out to those in need. And again, it's about doing for others. It has nothing to do with financial need, even though a lot of the areas that we have helped have been areas or agencies who deal with financial need. It doesn't have to do with that. I gave hats to people that I know had no financial need. I don't care. They might have a spiritual or a mental need that I'm not aware of, and that's more important to me than what your bank account is. I don't care what your bank account says. I want you to know somebody loves you and they care about you. So if you would like to help with that, or if you have ideas for another outreach that we could do in the community that you've done in your community that's worked well, drop it down below, especially if it has to do with mental health and encouraging others and just basically being kind. I see so much anymore that people don't know how to just be kind to others. Social media is the worst. We are on social media behind a keyboard, and we can do and say whatever we want to because there are no repercussions. Yes, there are, and there are huge consequences whether you see them or not. And maybe you don't feel them, but the person receiving your criticism does. And that is why at the end of all of our videos, in keeping with the Bumblebee theme, which is his nickname, and of course the mountains comes from our farm, so Bumblebee's Mountain Outreach, we always say, be kind, because you don't know anybody else's journey. We didn't know my brother's journey. He was very quiet, very, very reserved when it came to things like that. So let somebody know if you need help. There's no shame in it. There's always somebody who loves you, and if you don't know somebody who does, I'm certain somebody does. We love you. I don't care who you are. We love you. That's what life's about. Sharing life and loving people and not being mean and ugly and critical. So there's no room for that here. We won't tolerate it ever. And that's just the way it is. You have anything else to say?
No, you pretty much said it all.
My kids and my husband have been really wonderful about following along with me and helping me through these kinds of things. They're used to me volunteering. We've volunteered in our community for years, and we've just now decided to do it in a different way. To do it in a way that we can see forth as being something that is meaningful, necessary, and that the outcome is dynamic. So, anyway, we hope you have a great, blessed week. And if you want to participate in Bumblebee's Mountain Outreach, send us a message, send us an email, jump on our Facebook group, comment down below, let us know. And if you don't, then do it in your community. Be the change in your community. Be kind in your community, because you don't know anybody's journey there either. Have a great week, guys. We love you.
Bye.
Bye.